Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 44 years. I'm going through the lessons again this year, asking Jesus to clarify for me, and then I write from that clarity, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. So let's get started. We're looking at lesson 103. God, being love, is also happiness. God is everywhere, and thus love, being God, is everywhere. And happiness is another attribute of God. So happiness is everywhere. This means I can be happy no matter what seems to be happening. If I'm not happy, it can only be that I'm choosing not to acknowledge happiness. This morning, I woke up an hour earlier than I meant to and quickly realized I didn't feel energetic enough to make use of that time. I decided instead to get back into bed and to listen to the lesson for today. I planned to meditate on it for 5 minutes and then decide if I wanted to get up. I finally felt complete, so I got ready for the day feeling happy. Imagine my surprise when I looked at my watch to discover I had been meditating on the lesson for an hour. Me, who can barely say yes to stay with a meditation for the whole 5 minutes. I very much want to use this lesson in such a way that I experience a shifting consciousness that keeps me consistently in a state of love and happiness. Jesus tells us in paragraph 1, love has no limit, being everywhere, and therefore joy is everywhere as well. Yet can the mind deny that this is so, believing that there are gaps in love where sin can enter, bringing pain instead of joy? So I ask myself, where is it that I try to limit love? All I have to do is notice where I judge. I've judged politicians, situations, people I know, those I don't know well enough to judge, and yet do. I have judged myself most harshly, but I'm learning not to do that. It seems like it is slow going, this change I seek, but it is shifting. I don't judge as often, and when I do, I notice what I've done and change my mind pretty quickly. As a result, I'm happier than I used to be. Much happier, actually. The world seems to be changing almost daily, and not always in a way I would have chosen. This can affect my happiness if I let it, but that is a choice even when it doesn't seem to be a choice. I take full responsibility for how I interpret the world. If my perception of the world is affecting my peace and happiness, then I know what to do. I ask the Holy Spirit to correct my perception so that I can return to peace. Lessons like this one help me to stay in peace and to always choose happiness. It's up to me to use them. Jesus also mentions the fear of God. I don't have a conscious fear of God, but I assume it must be there. Jesus tells us that God is love, and if I associate God with fear, I will be afraid of love as well. I have been afraid of love, afraid to love too much and suffer the disappointment when I seem to lose it. So, if being afraid of love means being afraid, if being afraid of God means being afraid of love, then being afraid of love must mean being afraid of God. I understand now. I'll watch my mind for signs of this belief, and if I find it, I'll bring it to the truth. I look forward to reminding myself of the truth all through the day. Then I welcome all the happiness it brings as truth replaces fear and joy becomes what I expect to take the place of pain. God being love, it will be given me. I will bolster this expectation frequently throughout the day and quiet all my fears with this assurance, kind and wholly true. God, being love, is also happiness, and it is happiness I seek today. I cannot fail because I seek the truth. Happiness is not something I must create or earn. It is what remains when I no longer deny love. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another reading. See you then.